So hello everyone, this is lesson 3 of physical geography. So here we will see the means time variation. So first of all, I will say that the seasonality, that is the season change on the earth, depends on the latitudinal lines, that is the horizontal line, and the time variation along the different part of the world, and also the date variation along the different part of the world, that is time and date variation depends on the longitudinal line, that is the horizontal, that is the vertical line. So first of all, let's see the longitudinal line and the time relationship. We all know that our earth rotates from west direction to east direction along the axis, that is north south axis, and our sun is always present on the east direction. So it appears to us that the earth, that the sun moves from west east to west direction, that is sun rises on east direction, and sunset happens on west direction. This is due to the fact that our earth rotates from west to east direction, so sun appears to move from west to east to west direction. So let's see, this is sun in the east direction and rotation of earth along west to east direction. So first sunlight will fall on G, F, E, T, G, C, B, A. That is, first it will falls on G location, G latitude, G longitude, and then at last it will fall in E longitude. So this is the reason behind the variation in time along the different points on the earth. So there is a general means, you can say general belief that when you move towards the east direction on the from the prime from any location, you when you move towards the east direction, then generally add the time, and if you move towards the west direction, then generally decrease the time. Now we all know that earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation, and in 24 hours total 360 longitudes are crossed. So if we see that in 1 hour it crosses 15 longitudes, and in one longitude takes 4 minutes to cross. So based on this, we can find the different times at a different location. So at 0 degree longitude, that is at prime meridian, let's say it is 12 p.m. Then what's the time at 15 degree west? Then what's the time at 15 degree west? Now 15 degree west means we are moving in the left direction, that is in the west direction of the prime meridian. So since it is 15 degree, so it is 1 hour. So we will subtract 1 hour from 12, that is 11 a.m. So x is present at location where the time is 11 a.m. currently. Now in the second example, we see that x is present at 30 degree east, and at the prime meridian the time is 11 a.m. So at prime meridian, since it is 11 a.m. and we have to move 30 degree west, so we need to add 2 hours. Since we are moving in the east direction, so we need to add 2 hours. So it will be 1 p.m. at that point. Now coming to third example, x is at 30 degree west, and at prime meridian the time is 9 a.m. Since we had to move in the left direction, so we'll subtract 2 hour time, that is there the time will be 7 a.m. Now the next example, at the prime meridian the time is 9 a.m. Now at 7 degree east, that is we have to move in the right direction. Since one longitude takes 4 minutes, so 7 latitudes longitudes will take 28 minutes. So at that location the time will be 9:28 a.m. Now at prime meridian the time is 10:10 a.m. and 3 degree east, that is we have to move in right direction, 12 minutes we have to add, that is 10:22 a.m. Now the next example, at the prime meridian the time is 11 p.m. Now what's the time at 45 degree east? So we had to add 3 hours, so time will become 2 a.m. Now at 30 degree east the time is 11 a.m. Then what's the time at 15 degree west? We have to move 45 degree towards west direction, so we need to decrease 3 hour time from 11 a.m. So here the time will be 8 a.m. Now the time is 30 degree west. Now the time at 30 degree west is 9 a.m. So what's the time at 46 degree east? 30 degree 45 So here 30 means 2 hour addition, that is 11 a.m. Now 3 hour addition, so it will be 11 plus 3, that is 2, and then 1 to 4 p.m. it will be 2 4 p.m. Now at the prime meridian the time is 12 p.m. Now what's the time at 82.5? 82.5, that is we need to add 15 13 total 60 75, that is 5 hour and 7.5, that is 5.5 hour. So we will, it will be 5:30 p.m. at that point. So here comes the concept of, that is from the prime meridian is fixed at that point, but each country has its, but each country also has its own standard longitudinal line from for, which is taken as the reference point to calculate the time of that country. Like India in 82.5 degree east longitude is selected as the standard longitude of India. So from the prime meridian, India is 5.5 hour ahead. 5.5 hour ahead. This is GMT nothing but Greenwich Mean Time. So you can see that the eastern part is 68 degree east and western part is 97 degree east. So eastern state like Arunachal Pradesh is almost 2 hours ahead from the western state like Gujarat. This is the Indian standard longitude. Indian standard longitude is at 82.5 degree, 82.5 degree east. So this standard longitude of India passes through UP, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, and Andhra Pradesh. In UP, it passes through Allahabad, Naini, plus Mirzapur, plus Singrauli in Chhattisgarh. Now talking about Russia, India has only one time zone. Russia has 11 time zones. France has 12 time zones, which is the highest in number since different islands are present. Now this number of longitudes will number of standard longitude of a country depends on the its area expansion in horizontal direction, not in vertical direction, because the more the area expansion in longitude horizontal line, more the latitudinal lines, and this will cause to take more standard longitudinal lines, so that different part of country has different time zones. So this is all about that. Now this is most important example. Here aeroplane is at 45 degree west and 8 a.m. is the time there, and its destination is at 30 degree east. Then what's the time and it take 2 hours to reach from source to destination. So what will be the time when it will reach the destination? So first of all, it's the 8 a.m. currently. So at current point, that is when the aeroplane is at source point, then we need to calculate the time at the destination point. So it's since 3 hours here, 5 hours we need to add, that is for 1 p.m. will be the current time, and 2 hours it will take to reach. So total at 3 p.m. it will reach at that point, that is destination. So it is also the same example only, so use the same concept. This is also the same example only. So this is all about it.